Since you're a tennis buff, Federer or Nadal?
Federer, any day. I mean, I just think actually my kids get a kick out of it because I'm always hoping he'll win. Okay. And they say it's because you're so old and you want an oldie to win. So, but I love Federer. I think he's such a graceful player.
Okay. Well, you're also very fond of bikes. Does that include motorbikes?
No, I used to drive a scooter once upon a time, but never owned a motorbike. Used to borrow one occasionally at IIT. But I've never driven a motorbike. I had the dream when I was in Mumbai of buying a motorbike and riding it, but I was warned off it by my security people.
Okay. What's your favorite film?
Film? Good question. I'd like to say The Great Dictator.
Okay.
I mean,
played by Charlie Chaplin.
I thought Charlie Chaplin doing this in the middle of the war, one was very courageous, but it was so funny. So I think ultimately the answer to authoritarianism is humor. Okay. You have to ridicule those who pretend to great authority. That's the way to bring them down.
Favorite actor, and I want an actress's name.
Favorite actress, Deborah Winger.
In India?
Obscure enough that nobody...
That's why now in India.
I like Deepika Padukone. She's very good.
Okay. You're only perhaps...
She's also the only actress I met okay. Because Prakash was inaugurating some function and she happened to show up, so I shook hands with her. But
okay, so you're not all that old at heart. Well, the best lesson you learned as a child, which helped you in your success.
I don't know. I learned it as a child, but there's a saying that I once read, which I thought is very important. Be careful that you don't trample on people on the way up, because you'll encounter them on the way down. So I think that's an interesting thought.
What's a lesson that changed your life or that influenced you?
Look, I think the one thing that I tell young people when I meet, as I told RBI recruits this morning when I talked to them, is always challenge yourself. If you're too comfortable, if you feel very comfortable in your current position, that means you should move on, because you're not being challenged.
Okay, now finally, one mistake you made in RBI.
Mistake that I thought was an important one was not paying enough attention to liquidity, in the sense that we thought we were pumping in as much liquidity as the market needed. And it took actually a diagram from one of the market participants showing me that, in fact, T-bill rates had been going up. That convinced me that there was something that we didn't grasp fully. So we changed our liquidity management process completely in the span of a couple of months and moved from deficit liquidity to liquidity neutrality. I think that if I had seen that a little earlier, we'd have changed earlier. But, better late than never.
Yeah, I think I know the money manager who met you and the diagram he showed you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yet again.